his college days, it's the versatile Jalen Hurts. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, CD, these two teams barely off the buses, and this defense already has a sack and now the interception and the pick six to take the lead.
Probably you have to think that this was part of their game plan coming in because they wanted to embrace an aggressive mindset and attack on defense. They were trying to force that quick miscue, and I would say their plan worked to perfection.
Taking it about the one. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The LSU man, Leonard Fournette, born right here in New Orleans. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Throwing is Hurts. Completes it again to Gage. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. The Bucs at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first two games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They felt they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room, but they do have to start winning some games.
They only get two there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. This defense for the Saints, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Here's Hurts to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to get it back here just past the 35. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
Let's go now.
Hurts. Puts it on the carpet, it's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around with lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Kamara trying again. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, Pickett. Forced out to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. Here we go with Kamara. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Kamara on 4th and goal, unable to get in. And the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Fournette. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Fournette, a first down carry. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
There's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now Pickett. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding the 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And now here is another interception. And the Saints are going to get it back here just past the 35. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. They'll get this out to Kamara. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Pickett. Flushed out right. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Pickett now on 1st down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Pickett. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. That's complete to the tight end, Warner. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll throw again with Pickett. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mike Evans in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime. Play after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we reach halftime. No break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. will begin with a touchback. So here are the Saints to take over. They were victorious a week ago over Philadelphia. They lead here as well as they start out 1st and 10. 1st and 10, here's Pickett. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Pickett now from the gun here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive?
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Buccaneers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Pickett to throw on 1st down. And Thomas has it. Finding room at midfield. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Oh, the spin. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Pickett back to throw. That's caught by Werner, the tight end. And they're going to be sacked now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Pickett. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
To throw again on 2nd down. Pickett to the end zone, but it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is the
touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Right on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To try again after the sack. Hurts. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. They're still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
To Evans on the slant. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Here's Pickett. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows,
touchdown! Chris Olave from 6 yards away. And the Saints will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked out by Pete Werner. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Carter going to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Taking it about the 1. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL. Back now here live in New Orleans. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Hurts now hoping to make up for that pick 6. And this one is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
A pass underneath for Fournette. This offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know what he thinks going on out there, CD.
That's a great question in my eyes.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Saints. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Second down, and it's Kamara again. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Again, it's Kamara. And some room to maneuver. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 53 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit of...
Touchdown, Saints! Charlie Warner, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Saints are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. The try here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Here's a quick pass. He's got Chris Godwin. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11th. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Bucs trying on fourth down to come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. A quick pass here to Godwin. And they're going to get this down. 7. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. But first down, Hurts. That is caught. Michael Pittman. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Hurts. This is caught. And the Buccaneers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.